Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, To Your Taste. Today, y'all, we're gonna stick with Mexican food. Um, Monday I dropped my video for homemade or tacos or homemade taco shells. If you have yet to watch that video, watch the video. It's a very good video, and it's really easy for you to make your own taco shells, and it tastes really good, and you will not have to spend money on buying taco shells from the grocery store. So today I am making green chili casserole, and it's more like kind of like an enchilada casserole, but it's green chili casserole. The ingredients you will need is one medium-sized onion diced. You will need about a pound of cheese, and I have more cheese in the refrigerator, so if I need more, which I think I do. So cheese, corn tortillas, you need a cup of milk, 2 cans of the diced green chilies. I did hot, and so for those of you who don't know, I love spicy food, and so does my family, so we're using hot green chilies. You can use the mild ones. Also, you would need a can of cream of chicken condensed soup. You also need a pound of either ground turkey, which is what I have here, or ground beef, oregano, salt, garlic powder, pepper, and olive oil. And that's it. Very simple. And a cup of milk. I don't know, I may have said that, but just in case I didn't. This is an easy recipe. You just have to brown your ground beef or your ground turkey, and then you make a cheese sauce so that when you prepare or layer your casserole, you have your cheese sauce, you have your meat, and you have your tortillas. So you would need a skillet, and let me get my skillet. I'm going to preheat it up, and then we're going to take it to the stove and show you how I make this green chili casserole. Okay, y'all, I have my skillet preheated with about a tablespoon of olive oil in it, and I'm just going to add in my turkey meat, my ground turkey. Uh-oh. All right, my ground turkey. Alright, we're just going to move this. And we're going to brown up the ground turkey. Make sure it's fully cooked. And after we brown the ground turkey, I'm going to make the cheese sauce. So, I'm going to finish cooking this. Make sure it's all nice and brown and chopped up. And then I will be back. Okay, so the meat is almost there, the ground turkey. I'm going to go ahead and add in my onion, my diced onions. And then we're going to add in our oregano. So you need 1 tablespoon of oregano. You get my tablespoon. And that's a tablespoon, y'all. Already went in then. So 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Teaspoon. You need pepper. And salt. So with the salt, I'm only going to add a half of a teaspoon of the salt, you know, because we're going to have the cheese and the cheese sauce. So I don't want to add too much salt. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to taste and see if I need any more after I add it. Alright, we're going to stir this and we're going to let this finish cooking. Okay, everyone, I will be back. Alright, y'all, my ground turkey is done. I did taste it. The half a teaspoon of salt is good enough. So it really depends on how much salt you want in your dish or how much you like. To me, a half a teaspoon is good enough. You may want to add a whole teaspoon of it in it. I just want to show you. And see? Oh, not going to show. Oh. Sorry, y'all. See how that looks? Alright, so we're going to turn this off. And while I'm about to do my cheese sauce, so make sure to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And you will also need a 9 by 13 pan to make this in. Now, if you're going to double this recipe, you can make it into, I think the next pan up is a half sheet pan if you have it. That would be a pan that you would need to use. So I'm just going to move this over and I'm going to get my pot out and we're going to start making the cheese sauce. Okay, everyone, so I have my pan warming up. We're going to add in the 10.5 ounce of chicken, cream of chicken. Add that to our pan. Along with a cup of milk to have here. Once my oven, y'all, is ready. Okay, so we're just going to stir this. And I have this on medium heat. I may take it down just a little bit because I don't want to scorch my milk. So I'm going to turn the fire down just a little bit. Make sure I get all of that chicken, cream of chicken out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're just going to bring this down. Make sure that the cream of chicken is incorporated into the milk. And then we're going to add in the shredded cheese and the green chilies. So, I'll be back. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to turn my fire up just a little bit. Sorry, my voice is trying to go out. And we're going to add in about a handful of the shredded cheese into this mixture. Then we're going to stir it up. Let's do a handful and a half. Yeah, that's a little bit more on that. Okay. And the remaining cheese will go on top of the casserole. So we're just going to stir this. And we're going to let it melt. And it's going to be so cheesy. And now, as this is melting, we're going to add in our green chilies. And remember, you do not have to use the spicy ones or the hot ones. You can use the mild. That's fine. Okay. And that's 2 cans of the green chilies. Let's stir this. Alright, so we're going to let this cook for, say about, well, we're going to cook until there's no more traces of the cheese. So I'm going to say about 4 or 5 minutes. And remember to keep your eye on it. You do not want to scorch your milk. You do not want any of this to burn. So we're going to let this get nice and kind of thicken up a little bit. And then we're going to start to assemble our casserole. Okay, the cheese has melted a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of salt because I tasted it. It just needs a little bit of salt. I don't want this to boil or simmer. Just a little bit of salt. That's all I'm adding to it because it's already got the spice in here from the chili peppers, the green chilies. Let's see. That's better. Actually, you know what? I know it has the cream of chicken in this, but this will actually taste good on some nachos. I might have to try that because this is really good. All right, so it's done. You see how it is? That's done. You don't see any more of the clumps of cheese on here. So I'm going to turn this off. All right, turn this off. My oven is already preheated to 350. I am going to get my 9x13 pan out, and we're going to start to assemble this delicious green chili casserole. Okay, so the cheese sauce is done. The ground turkey is done. Now we have to do the tortillas. Now I'm using the white corn tortillas. You can use yellow. I would not recommend using flour tortillas because with the cheese sauce, it's going to get soggy. So this morning, don't use the flour tortillas. If you choose to, it's going to be a big chance it's going to be soggy. So we're going to cut these into the tortillas into fours. Cut them in half. Kind of like that. And we're just going to layer these on the bottom of your 9x13 pan. Move this to the back. And you do not have to spray your pan if you're using nonstick. So put this here and you just kind of layer them down all around to cover the bottom of your pan. Like so. And if you have like a little space between them, that's fine as long as it's a small space. And you do not have to warm these up either. Put that like that. Put one here. Okay. So can you see that? Let me show y'all. Kind of give you a close up like that. Okay. Then put y'all back down. I'm using a different phone stand, y'all. So bear with me. Okay. So we got our tortillas, and now what we're gonna do is just layer it. We got the tortillas. We're gonna get the meat, spread the meat on, then the cheese. Tortillas, meat, cheese. That's it. So I have my meat. You know what? I'm gonna pause, y'all. Let me get a bowl instead of using this skillet. Okay, so I have my meat in a bowl. So we're just gonna spoon this onto those tortillas that we just laid at the bottom. All over. And we're using half of the meat mixture, y'all. It's not gonna be like a triple thing. So that's about half right there. A little bit more. Okay. Now we're gonna use or get our cheese. All right, so we got our cheese here, our cheese sauce. You see how that looks. We're gonna put this on top here. Like so. And so we're doing half of the cheese mixture and half of the meat. Okay, so should be good. A bit more. Okay, we should go on the edges. All right. Then we're going to, let me just put this over here, get some of this shredded cheese. I'm going to sprinkle some on top. This is going to be nice and cheesy, so you know you have the cheese in the sauce. All right. Okay, so you see how that is? That's how it's going to be. All right, so I'm going to do the second layer and I will be back. Okay, I just came back to show you how I did the second layer of the tortillas. Just to show you how I did it. You know, I have a little spots that are, you know, a little open, but that's fine. That's okay. All right, y'all. I am on the last layer and we're going to sprinkle some cheese on it. On the top here. So, tortilla chips, ground meat, or the ground turkey, ground beef, whatever you use, cheese sauce, and then the layer of cheese. I may just end up using all of this to get this bag out of the refrigerator. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Then we're going to cook this in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Alright, that's done. And I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese. I'm going to add in a little bit of this Mexican blend cheese. If I can get it open, just a little bit of that. Around the edges. Make sure the top is nice and cheesy. And that is it. Uh-oh. Yeah. See how that looks? All right, so in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. All right, y'all, I just took this green chili casserole out of the oven and it is smelling so good. It smells really, really good. So like I said, 350 for 30 minutes. You will need to let it sit. Oh, let me do it a different way. You would need to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so you need to let it sit after you take it out of the oven for about, I'm going to say about 10 to 15 minutes, so that when you cut it, it won't be like a sloppy piece that you cut out of it. Look at that close-up of that. Look at that, y'all. Oven bubbling. Y'all gonna hear my sister in the background. I am in Houston this week. Look at that. So I am going to cut this for y'all. I'm just going to give it about 10 minutes. Let it cool down a little bit. And I'm going to cut it. All right, y'all. It has been a little bit, 11 minutes, I'm going to say. So I'm going to cut this and plate it. Get a little corner piece here. And it, y'all, it smells so good. And you can double up this recipe. Let's see if I can get it without tearing it. There it goes. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh my God, that's really good. All right. This is the little piece that I cut. Look at that, y'all. Look how good that looks. You see how that looks? All right. So this is how it looks when it's cut. I had a little piece. Look at that. Right there. And the piece that I cut here. Look how cheesy that look. All right, so that is it for my video. All right, y'all. First of all, totally forgot to tell y'all, happy Friday, and I hope you had a fabulous week. Let me know if this is something that you would try. This green chili casserole. This is where it'd be good with some Mexican rice, side salad, some ranchero beans, or even refried beans. If you are new to my channel, I like to say, hey everyone, hey y'all. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. If you are new to this channel, and you have not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload videos. All right, y'all, this is it. Again, happy Friday. Y'all have a happy, safe, and blessed weekend. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.